Over the years, I've placed several orders with Michael at the Carnivorous Plant Nursery. He's the owner-operator, and I've always been pleased with the quality of the plants he's shipped me. We have 6 plants I ordered from the Carnivorous Plant Nursery. A good indication for how well a nurseryman takes care of his plants is how carefully they're packaged. And as you can see, these weren't just thrown into a box, but carefully lined up, each one individually wrapped and packaged and well padded. Here's an example of how the plants from the Carnivorous Plant Nursery are wrapped. The roots are bundled in long fiber sphagnum peat moss, and then wrapped in what looks like a kitchen towel. They're very tightly bound and held with a rubber band. This is my first time placing an order with a Flytrap ranch, and as you'll soon see, I got some great deals. My second source was 10 plants from the Venus Flytrap ranch. Seems to be a rather jumbled packaging, but well padded, and the plants appear to be in excellent condition. And also quite large. I'm very satisfied with this shipment. Here's how the Jaws plants were wrapped from the Flytrap ranch. There's nothing around the roots other than some residual peat moss, planting pot. They were wrapped completely bare root in what feels like Kleenex, or it might even, it feels lighter than a kitchen towel, but they're in excellent condition. And although I only ordered 10 plants, I actually received 12. For example, I ordered 1 Jaws, which this is, and I actually got 2 plants. And they're both very large plants. It's not like I got a main plant and then a little offshoot. Besides selling some outstanding plants, the Flytraps store also sells what I think is probably the best potting soil for Venus flytraps. It's based on pure silica sand, perlite, and repeatedly washed peat moss. I've used it for a long time now, and it really does an excellent job. This is the order I received from Leah and Matt at theflytrapstore.com. Without a doubt, they provide absolutely the best shipping quality of any source, Flytrap or any other type of nursery that I've ever encountered on the internet. There's actually more padding in here than what you see here. I removed some of them for the reveal, but each plant is carefully packaged, both top and bottom, so securely that even if somebody attempted to stand on the box, I bet that collectively they'd be able to support the weight. Most importantly of all, though, is if you look inside, the surface of the soil has also been wrapped. So if the plant or if the box is inverted, the soil can't come out. This is just outstanding work. And regardless of their plants, which appear to be in great shape anyway, this is a great endorsement for the Flytrap store. I'm very impressed with this. This is what you're likely to find in a typical order from the Flytrap store. This was listed as a young adult, and as you can see from the size of the bulb, that's a good classification. This is the 3rd time now I've ordered from the Flytrap store, and it seems the rule of thumb that they never ship you, even though you buy one plant, they always ship you extras. In this case, and this is a King Henry, I got two very nice additional plants. In another package with this order, I ordered a single DCXL starter plant, and when I unwrapped it, it was actually 6 starter plants. Now, a couple of things. One, these may look small, but this is an order placed in March, received in early April. These plants are still dormant and they're still small. They will grow quickly. Also, most large production nurseries for Venus flytraps don't have the time to hand feed their plants. Even this little guy in a home setting where you're keeping the traps well fed will grow in just a matter of 3 or 4 months to a truly impressive plant. One other thing I think I need to mention if someone's getting into Venus flytraps for the first time and become frustrated because they can't buy mature plants, large plants, right away, is that it can take 5 years or more to get a truly large plant, specimen quality plant. And it would be very difficult for any nursery, no matter how dedicated they are, to grow plants like that for that long and still sell them at a marketable price. If you haven't done so already, I recommend that you expand the video to full frame so that you can see the details of the following images. My intent is to show what you get when you place an order. Now, in each case, from each source, I ordered 1 plant of each variety. What I received varied in size and also in number, because it's very common when packaging Venus flytraps to pick up an extra 1 or 2. So this first image is what I got from the Flytrap store. There's actually a second plate that I'll show in a second. What I'd like to point out is the A2, which is a sibling of the great B52 plant. I ordered 1 plant and I actually got 19. Now granted, they are a little on the small side, but they were described as a starter plant. But if you think about it, this is incredible. I ordered 1 plant and I got 19. That's a good deal. I found that in general, the Flytrap store is extremely generous in sending many more plants than what you order. And that's nice if you're trying to start up a large collection. Let's take a look at the second set of plants I got from the Flytrap store. One thing to keep in mind about flytraps is that they are bulbs, or actually tubers. So when you receive your order, what's more important than the amount of greenery or even the size of the traps on the top of the plant is how big and beefy the bulb underneath is. It's a better indication of how mature the plant is. The top growth can all die off, and as long as the bulb is, the tuber is healthy, the plant will recover, and the bigger the tuber, the bigger the plant will be when it comes back to life. One of the problems with ordering Venus flytraps online is that each company has its own lexicon of how they describe the size of their plants. Some talk about starters, young plants, young adults, adults. Others go small, medium, and large, and it can get a little confusing. That's another reason why I made these images, because it shows what each of the 3 sources considers in each of those categories. And I hope this will help you make a decision about how much you want to spend and what size of plant you decide to get. These are the 6 plants I got from the Carnivorous plant nursery. As you can see, they're larger and also more expensive. The trade-off is you don't get as many of them. It all depends on what you're looking to do with your flytrap collection as to which way you prefer to go. This is the first of 2 plates showing what I got from the Flytrap Ranch in New Mexico. As you can see, both the tops and the bottoms are well developed, and this is really a nice collection. Originally, all the photos were taken to the same scale, but unfortunately the video software used to put this video together had to resize them to fit them onto the screen. Consequently, the plants shown from the Carnivorous plant nursery, and in particular the Flytrap branch, have been reduced in size. They're actually quite a bit bigger than what you're seeing on the screen compared to the first plants from the Flytrap store. Here is the second set of plants I got from the Flytrap branch. Again, not as many in number, but each individual plant is much larger. And here are all the plants I got with this order. The front row are all plants from the Flytrap branch. The middle row are all from the Carnivorous plant nursery. And the top row are all plants from the Flytrap store. If these Flytraps look a little beat up, that's to be expected. First of all, these were all ordered in spring, so they're still all dormant. But more importantly, the process of being dug up, packaged, shipped across the country, and then unpacked and then replanted is very traumatic for these plants, and it's quite common for them to look like this. Another important feature is that it looks like the Flytrap branch, the front row, is sending plants that are a lot bigger. Well, it is, but that's because it has a little bit of an unfair advantage. It's located in New Mexico, whereas the Carnivorous plant nursery is in Maryland and the Flytrap store is up in Oregon. And they're almost 2 months behind the Flytrap branch in terms of season. His location in New Mexico gets hotter and brighter much quicker. I also want to point out that every order, like every plant, is unique. You could order the same set of plants and come up with a completely different mix of the number and size of plants. This is something that is, for the most part, out of the control of the nurseries. In addition to these plants, I also have on my work table a very large B52 and an equally large DCXL that I got from the Flytrap branch. Those are my favorites, and I keep them where I can keep an eye on them and treat them almost like they were pets. In about 2 months, all of these plants should have pretty much recovered from the shock of being shipped, should be eating flies like crazy, and will be a very nice, respectable collection. These are all plants that are reported to grow very large traps. And one of the reasons I got so many is I'm trying to answer the question once and for all, which flytrap really does grow the largest traps? I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful if you decide to buy some flytraps yourself. By all means, I can highly recommend any of these 3 sources.